With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. For the Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown at 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Right there, 54, right there.
Here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
52. Check. 52's the mic. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check. 52's the mic. Check. 52.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here.
Talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
The tackle by Avante Maddox. It's a gain of 9.
On the delay, here's Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The 26-yard line.
On 2nd down at 4, Wilson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Eagles 7, Seahawks nothing.
Tempo.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
Yeah, it's on.
10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Seahawks nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Pass.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Wilson. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Eagles.
Elliott 7.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. End zone for a touchback.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because
It got his man complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Wentz. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Elliott on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
makes the
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Wentz. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Seahawks 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On third down, it's Carson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
It's the score, Eagles 42, Seahawks 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
52. Block 52.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Hey, let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. 36 power.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Touch 50.
Again, Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
31-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Well left. 52. Black 52. 52.
This is Carson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
10 at the 19-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Looking up at the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. To throw is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 42. Seahawks 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Wilson to the Seahawks, looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They're looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Wentz now on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll try to run with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down and goal at the 3.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Wentz going to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Conversion.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Seahawks 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get ahead. It would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll chew on a poor performance from start to finish. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Zero. Go. I'm scared. Where's 52? Watch 52.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wentz to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.